Hello and welcome to BookLove. So before I get started talking about today's book, I want to go on a little bit of a tangent and welcome to my personality, guys. Tangents are me. But I promise this actually does tie into today's video. So I started my BookTube channel about 2018, and if you go back and look at those earlier videos, there's only a handful of them. And then I stopped doing videos, so the reason why was I had to decide for myself what kind of channel I wanted to have. Did I want to just do videos on my very favorite books? Did I want to talk about books I didn't like? How about the stuff in between? I had a hard time deciding what I wanted to talk about in my videos, and so that's brought us to a big gap, and 2021 is where I finally kind of made up my mind and decided to start making videos again. So what I decided is that I would make videos on, or at least attempt to at first here, we'll see how it goes, but make a video about every book that I've read, okay? I might even do videos on books I don't finish. That doesn't happen super often, but it does happen sometimes. So today's book is not the best book I've ever read, but it's also not a terrible book. So it's kind of in the good range, which I feel like a lot of books I read are good. I enjoy them. I felt like, it wasn't a waste of time to read, but maybe they're not my very favorite, but I also don't think they're super terrible. And in no way do I want you guys to decide that just because this wasn't a book I was absolutely in love with, that it's not worth talking about and not worth maybe considering for your own self. So the book today is The Hallows by Methos. I read this book with my book club. It's really fun to be a member of a book club because, we all take turns picking books. I know different book clubs work different ways, but in our club, we all just cycle through whoever wants to, picking a book each month. And then the next month after we've read it, we can talk about it. And then the next person gets to choose. So it's been really great. I've been a member of this book club for several years now. And it's fun because they've introduced me to books I would never pick on my own. And some of those books I've really, really enjoyed. And some of them weren't really my thing, but you still go ahead and read them to have those conversations. And again, just because it's not a book that I absolutely loved or enjoyed that much, there's still things to talk about. There's issues and points of view and experiences that are worth talking about. So if you're not in a book club, I highly recommend it. Anyway, so The Hallows. This story is about a lawyer. His name is Tatum, and he is a very successful and very high sought-after defense lawyer who lives in Miami. At the beginning of the book, Tatum decides that his life isn't what he wants it to be. Something happens and he just kind of gets up and he goes away. He leaves town. He actually finds himself driving to his hometown, which is I believe fictitious, but anyway, a town in southern Utah. Once Tatum gets to his hometown, which he left at the age of 19, he discovers that there was actually a murder that took place, and he gets involved with the case. This time, instead of a defense lawyer, he actually is on the side of prosecution, which is a new thing for him. He's always been a defense lawyer. So this story is really fun as far as being a great springboard into kind of a crime fiction, crime stories. If you've never read a book that is in that genre, this would be a really great choice to start with and kind of give you a taste of what this genre is about and see if you enjoy it. The story of Tatum and the people who he, hasn't seen since he was 19, so 20 years, and how he has to kind of reconnect. There's a story arc about him and his estranged father, which was really one of the most interesting parts of the story for me, and I wish there was a little bit more about that, but it does seem like maybe this author is kind of set the book up so that he could possibly write, additionals like a sequel for it. So yeah, I would recommend this story to people who want to just try out some crime thriller. It wasn't too much thriller, more just kind of a crime lawyery book. And if you are a lawyer and you do end up reading this book, I want to talk to you because I want to see how accurate the portrayal of what Tatum and his team does as far as like the scope of their job. It's very interesting to me. And I want to know more about it. So if you are a lawyer or someone who knows a lot about law and happens to read this book, let me know, because I really, really want to see if things that I wasn't sure that was actually what lawyers could do or do, if that really is plausible and in the realm of realism at all. So anyway, that's all I have today for you, The Hallows by Victor Methos. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.